It's March and it's already the last month of Q1. So you guys know what that means. It is time to review my February spending, what I saved, what I spent, what I earned, all for the month of February. And it was a pretty fun month. I actually got out and traveled, did a little mini trip to wine country for my friend's birthday, and finally have just been like living life a little bit more. So I'm excited to walk you through all of my money for the month of February and take a deeper dive into what I spent. If you're new here, I'm Katie, a girl on fire, and FIRE stands for financial independence, retire early. And I'm on my journey to retire early and become work optional by 35 with $1.5 million in my bank. So this is my journey and documentation to that goal. And if you too are looking to retire early or become financially independent and financially free, be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when my next video drops and get all the money and saving tips on the way. So with that being said, let's talk money, honey. I say this every time, but I am a single income earner working in tech. I currently do not pay any rent, having lived with my parents for the last 2 years, been supercharging my savings to reach financial independence a little bit earlier and making a 6-figure income working as an art director in the tech space. So that being said, let's dive right into my numbers. For income, my paycheck this month was $8,251.23 since it's on contract, and I've reached my 2-year maximum. I'm going to have like a gap in my paycheck between when I convert to my next W-2 job. And I have exciting news that is already lined up. I have been freelancing, as you guys have seen, throughout my income for the last 3 months, and that freelance job actually turned into a full-time conversion. So my freelance paycheck is exorbitantly high, and actually where I negotiated my pay is much lower than that, but it will work out because it covers all my benefits and, you know, intangibles that you can't measure monetarily so much. So, and then starting in March, I'll have like one more paycheck for my W-2 job, and just it'll all be like freelance work. And eventually that freelance work will convert to my paycheck. Hope that all makes sense. But if you have any questions, be sure to drop it in the comments below and I can answer it. So for resale, I made $185.47. I really don't try selling on Poshmark and Mercari, but somehow it's like I've just had really good luck lately. In fact, I did a clothing swap in February with my girl Emily from Sometimes Sensible, where I just got rid of this entirely like huge 2 garbage bags worth of Poshmark clothes that I've been essentially hoarding for the last few years that just haven't sold. So when we did our clothing swap, I brought all of that and took down like basically all of my listings. There were only like maybe like 5 items that I kept for sale. So my Poshmark closet is basically empty, and I just happened to this month resell an old Lululemon bra, some Everlane pants that I thrifted that I was wearing for a couple weeks, but then I just didn't like it, so I ended up selling it. That sold for $34. And then something big that I thrifted was a Majorelle dress, super cute from Revolve. It was just slightly too short on me. And that is like a really popular brand from Revolve, and the dress is cute and summery. And I resold that for $120 something, and my final cut of that was $99.20. So that was where like over half of it came from for resale. So I was bummed. I totally would have worn it if it fit me, but unfortunately it didn't. In freelance work, I made $10,000.80. My hourly freelance rate is $90 an hour. Just so there's some pay transparency, I feel like I can like talk about it more now that I'm like totally done with my W-2 job. So freelance rate is $90 an hour, and I don't pay taxes on any of that yet. So I'll have to file that in 2023. And, but $10,000 is what I'm seeing as my net income because it's freelance work. I'm on a 1099. And again, eventually this freelance work will convert to my paycheck because I'm converting to a W-2. In cashback, I earned $92.60. That was mainly because I returned some printer ink from Costco, which is wild. Printer ink is so expensive. So really my new hack is either refilling the cartridges that I already have or doing Amazon ink, like just buying like an off-brand Amazon ink, and it was like $30 for the whole CMYK cartridge and the black and white one. So that is the hack. Buy your printer ink from Amazon, knockoff. I haven't had an issue. Some people have, but it worked perfectly fine for me. And it was so much cheaper. Definitely, like, printer ink is kind of a scam. Interest, I earned $9.68 from my high yield savings account. In dividends, I earned $20.74. Millennial Money Honey earned $175.39. Most of that was from my Google AdSense paycheck, which paid me $163.03. Because I'm monetized on YouTube, although I have been very inactive, it's just like a couple of old videos that are performing well, that bumped me over, as well as my blog AdSense from my website, which I also don't really post there. So thank you for checking out my website and my YouTube videos and watching them and watching my ads. So I appreciate it. So made a little bit of extra change from Millennial Money Honey. In affiliate money, I earned $519.52. That was mostly from Rakuten referrals. My Rakuten quarterly payout came through, big fat check. It was for $489.97. And then other $0. Moving right along to expense totals for house utilities and transportation, I spent $0. Groceries were $196.49. I really don't have a budget when I go grocery shopping. I just kind of buy whatever. Food, I spent $246.55. Got to eat out quite a few times this month, and I love eating out with my friends, so that is a very reasonable amount for me, I think. Drinks, $0. Work, $90.05. When I first started this YouTube channel, I signed up for TubeBuddy because that's what everybody said you should do, but I really don't feel like they've helped me that dramatically increase my SEO or anything like that. Granted, I don't really have a benchmark of pre-TubeBuddy or after, but these days I really just don't use it, so I don't want to renew it. However, I accidentally let the subscription renew, so that was like $43 and just completely unnecessary. I canceled it for next year, but I already have TubeBuddy again for a year, so that's a bummer. In recreation, I spent $58, and you guys, I have to laugh. I literally am not usually like this. On the trip to wine country for my friend's birthday, we actually stopped by a casino, and I've never gambled before with my own money, but I decided $58, I'm just gonna put that into the universe. I've been really lucky on my Wordle streak. This is the second time I've gotten it in one. Totally did not cheat, and was feeling really lucky. I lost every single cent of that. So yeah, I am no longer going to be playing at casinos. That was my takeaway. In travel, I spent $253. Super excited because $85 of that was for my TSA pre-check, which I signed up for, which is good, I think, for 4 years. And I'm so excited to finally have TSA pre because my sisters always ditch me at the airport because I don't have it. And yeah, $85 to just walk on through, not take off my shoes. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I have 6 weddings and a couple of bachelorette type things coming up this year. So I know I'm going to get such good use out of that. Car, I spent $68.07. And I'm nervous for actually March because gas prices, usually I only have to fill up once a month because I don't really travel. I work from home. So usually my car spending is minimal, but I know with oil prices surging and inflation, etc., it's going to go up. So we'll see for March. Health, I spent $20. Shopping, $55.24. That was mainly, I got a $50 extra small light down Patagonia jacket that my friend was reselling. And $50 for a Patagonia down is amazing. I have a Uniqlo one that it's replacing, the light down like packable one. And sometimes the zipper breaks on that, so I decided, I knew I wanted a Patagonia one to replace that, and when I saw this like opportunity come up, I just got it a little early, even though I don't really need it right now. However, you know, Patagonia with their amazing like lifetime warranty and their mission, like it made total sense for me to buy it, even secondhand. And if I didn't like it, I know those down jackets, especially like the black color, can resell for more than $50, so I could still potentially profit from it. So that was my thinking there. It was very much on a whim. She like listed it on Instagram, and I've never shopped on Instagram, and I was like, I'll buy it. So that was that. Gifts, $105. I had really something horrible happen to a former coworker and friend. Her name was Christina, Lee.
Clean up! What's in the bucket? Heal the bay!
She is actually somebody I worked with together on the same creative team. And like we sat like catty corner desks. We volunteered together at Heal the Bay, and she moved back to New York. And unfortunately, if you haven't heard the news or heard about her, she was a victim of an act of violence and was tragically murdered. So they set up a memorial fund in her honor, supporting causes that she really cared about. And I'll leave the link below if you too feel so compelled to donate. She was truly an amazing human being, and it is beyond horrible what happened to her. That was my like gift donation this month, $105. And finally, for my spent with intent, I spent $148 for my facial, and I will talk more about that later. For savings, my 401k, I contributed $4,093.20. Once I knew I was going to be converting for my new role, I actually stopped contributing to my current 401k, because at my current 401k, my match is only 1%. You contribute 10% and they match 1% of your paycheck. However, my new 401k matches 8%, which is amazing. That's really great for them to match 8%. So I stopped contributing, and I want to finish maxing out my 401k under my new employer's plan. My official start date isn't till April, so I have a little bit of gap. So for the month of March, I won't be contributing anything to my 401k. For IRA and savings, $0. Brokerage, $12,000. I contribute a lot of money to my brokerage. Because my freelance work has been so high, I've been able to contribute a lot to my brokerage, and just take advantage of the wildness of the stock market right now. Mostly it's been down. My SEP IRA is $0. I really need to do my taxes, and then my accountant will tell me how much to contribute there. And then in checking, I did $3,241.43 that I had like left over from everything. So for my totals, my income was $19,334.63. In expenses, I spent $1,240.40. In savings, I saved $18,094.23, giving me a savings rate of 93.58%. So it's been really good, a solid month for me, and I know I've been very fortunate to be close to making $20,000 the last 3 months. I think you'll kind of see that even off down the line, unless for some reason my side hustles just take off and supplement my pay from other income streams. Moving on to my highs, lows, and my spent with intent. My lowest thing that I spent on was a Costco hot dog at $1.65. I'm kind of a bum that they don't do, at least my Costco, I don't know about all Costco's, but my Costco still doesn't do the cut up onions, and that's my favorite part. So I literally have to bring my Costco hot dog home and then chop up my own onions to put it on top. And yeah, I love onions. You don't understand. My most expensive item was the Airbnb for Temecula at $168, but that was for 2 nights and divided it all up pretty reasonable, I think, for the weekend. My least favorite item that I spent on for sure has to be that TubeBuddy. I was so mad at myself when I saw that charge go through. And maybe I could have fought it to like have them cancel it and be like, I didn't realize that my card was already there, but $43 and it's a write-off, so it's fine. But immediately canceled, immediately. So for my spent with intent item, as I was saying, I got a facial from Heyday for $148. And I think the thing that I'm learning with all of this is that my expectations for everything is here. Like, I expect to be a whole new woman by getting this facial, by buying a weighted blanket and having it just like cocoon me. And that is just like not the case. My expectations are too high. And so it's like a bit of a letdown when I feel like I've spent a lot of money and I should be feeling a certain way, and that just doesn't happen. So I'm not really sure how to combat that moving forward, because it does perpetuate the cycle of spending guilt, which is exactly the thing I'm trying to combat. So I feel like maybe I just need like a clothing item that I've really wanted, or something where I know what I'm getting and I know how I'll feel when I get that doesn't have this like difference in expectation versus reality. I don't really know, but it didn't obviously end up being my most favorite item. In fact, my favorite item was when we went to a wine tasting and I got this wine and it was so good. I've never been a person to like buy anything at a winery or like love a wine so much. I'm really not a wine girl. When I had this like white wine, it was like sweet, but not too sweet, crisp and light and refreshing. Not like a Moscato, but still like sweet enough. I bought it and that was $39.48 and it was so good. I drank it and for my celebration of, ending my W-2 contract job and accepting the offer for my freelance conversion. So I've already drank it. It was still so good and I wish I could have another bottle, but unfortunately I don't think they're selling it online on their website. So I guess I need to go back. That is all for my February budget, what I spent, what I saved, and everything I earned. And if you like this video, be sure to check out my old videos. I have all my previous months on this playlist. If you're curious, I'll leave a link. But be sure to subscribe to Millennial Money Honey, hit the notification bell so you know when my next video drops, and hit the like button because I still have not cracked this algorithm. So I'll see you next week and let's all retire early together.